Slipfence. Traditional installation instructions. Slipfence is specifically designed for homeowners who want a warm and private wood fence, but with the stability and endurance of an aluminum fence, and simple to install. When planning your traditional slip fence installation, make sure to map out your fence posts exactly 8 feet apart, from the center of the post to the center of the next post. Dig 8-inch diameter post holes 36 to 48 inches deep, and fill the bottom with a few inches of gravel if required. Colder climates may require a deeper post hole. Insert the square aluminum post into the hole and ensure that the post is at least 76 inches from the ground to the top of the post for a 6-foot fence. Then, pour concrete into the hole around the post to set. Do the same for the next post in the fence line, and while the concrete is still wet, lay a 93-inch piece of 2x4 on the ground to make sure you have the proper spacing between your posts. Then, level each post on both X and Y axis. Repeat this same procedure for all posts in your fence project. When the concrete is dried, fasten your first lower bracket, approximately 12 inches up from the ground, onto the first post with the self-drilling screws provided through the oval screw hole in the bracket. If your project is following the grade of the property, it is at this point where you would set up your string line for lower brackets and rails to a line approximately 12 inches from the ground. Next, measure the space between the first 2 posts in the fence line and cut a piece of 2x4 lumber to that length, less 1/4 of an inch for the thickness of the brackets. This is your lower rail. If you are stepping the fence and keeping all sections level, place the cut 2x4 into the first bracket cradle. Then, place a second bracket onto the opposite end of the 2x4 and level this rail between the 2 posts. Once the rail is level, either mark with a pencil or drill the bracket directly through the top hole and into the post with the self-drilling screws supplied. Check the level once more, and if small adjustments are required, you can simply loosen the screw in the oval hole and adjust the level and retighten. Then remove the 2x4 rail and drill in the remaining screws through the bracket and into the posts to secure both brackets to the posts. Once the lower rail is secured, for a 6-foot-high fence, measure approximately 48 inches from the bottom of the lower bracket up the post, and this is the mark for the bottom of the upper bracket to be fastened. Then, repeat the same bracket fastening procedure for the upper rail as the lower rail, making sure they are level and parallel with each other. A third rail may be required in the middle of the panel depending on the size, style, and municipality the fence is being built in. For commercial applications, a 2x6 may be used for rails. Once all posts and rails are level and in line, you now have the framework to build many different styles of wood fencing that fasten wood pickets to rails. Board to board, fully private, one side nice. Board on board, fully private, one side nice. Shadow box style, 95% private, both sides nice. Shadow box one side, board to board other side, fully private, both sides nice. Or, you can even build a horizontal style fence from this framework. The purpose of the side square opening in the bracket is to fasten the first and last board to the rails nice and snug against the post, leaving no gaps between the post and the picket for a fully private fence. If you have chosen a traditional fence style with boards or pickets on both sides of the wood rails, then you also have the option of installing the Slipfence aluminum cap rail to the top of the pickets for a nice straight linear finish. Extra self-drilling screws to fasten the cap rail are provided in the bracket kit. To finish, tap on the self-tightening aluminum post cap with a rubber mallet to all posts. Post caps should sit approximately 2 inches above the top of the fence boards for a nice clean look. Posts can easily be cut down with a metal blade on your saw if necessary. Gates. Gates can be added anywhere in the Tahoe slip fence, provided the gate hardware can fasten to a 3-inch square aluminum fence post. Slip fence gate kits are available to custom build your gate on site. To remove a traditional slip fence panel, either for replacement or for equipment to pass through, simply remove the 4 end boards next to the posts. Unscrew the top and bottom rails from the brackets and lift the whole panel off in one section. What you have now is a warm and private wood fence with the strength and endurance of an aluminum fence. Build a better fence. Slipfence by Tahoe Products Group.